Hi, my name is Rick Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip Equipment Company, and what we're going to do today is what we have for sale here today is a PC27 MR. MR stands for minimum radius, so what that means is basically that this machine will almost turn like if you were working in an alley or something, it'll almost turn within its tracks. It's a minimum radius machine. So it'll load a truck 180 degrees behind type thing. What we're going to do today is I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of this machine in the first clip. We'll go over the operating specs in the second, and then I'll run it in the third. If you buy this machine from me, I've got another little Kubota right here that we're selling. We've got I've got a couple of big PC360s that we're looking to get rid of, and some other little excavators, and we got some skid steers and a telehandler, and anyway, we got some machines that we're looking to sell. Point is that if you buy this machine from me or any of the others that I have for sale, you're going to be dealing with Provencer, my right-hand man, and running with him. So, price on a new machine like this is, I don't know, $40,000, $45,000. This machine currently has 1,503 hours on a working hour meter. As far as manufacturers go, Komatsu is ubiquitous out there. They own 65% of the market when it comes to excavator sales. What I mean to say there is that they literally sell more machines, more excavators than all of the other manufacturers combined. And that's not because they're cheap. They build good, solid, reliable, reputable machines that will stand the test of time. This machine weighs 6,590 pounds. The widest point is 5 foot 1 inch, which is that blade right there. Highest point is the top of that cab, which is 8 foot 6 inches. Transportation length, when this thing is knuckled up in a transport profile, is 14 foot 2 inches. It's comparable to like a Caterpillar 302.5 or maybe a John Deere 27. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like almost every machine we purchase, is an original owner Dallas, Texas machine. I say that because we don't live or work in a corrosive environment. We're 300 miles from the ocean, and we're far enough south that the only salt we see is the salt on our kitchen table. You can see where, you know, the rainwater's gotten to where the paint's been taken off the bucket, but this machine in no way, shape, or form is rust pervasive. This machine came from a contractor that we do a lot of business with. They have an excellent maintenance program that rivals some of the best I've seen. We've been happy with all the machines that we purchased from these guys, and it should be said that before I purchase any machine, I have a couple of mechanics go out and inspect the machine. And if they say everything's okay with the machine, then I send Provencer out to look at it. And if he says everything's okay, then I personally go out and I look at it before I write a check. That is if the money's right. So as far as options go, you can see it's got a thumb, it's got auxiliary hydraulics, it's got a strike-off blade, it's got rubber tracks, it's got a pattern control chain valve right here so you can run from ISO to backhoe controls. What else? It's an open cab machine, so the faster you spin, the better the air conditioner works. That's a joke. It does not have an AC. As far as the engine goes, this machine has got a Yanmar engine. Many excavators have a Yanmar engine in it, even if they the company private labels them as something else. These engines are bulletproof, and there's a reason everybody uses them, because they're solid, good, reliable engines. They are just indestructible. This is a 25 horsepower engine. It's got an 11-gallon fuel tank. which will run you anywhere from 12 to 16 hours of operation depending on your application. This excavator is mechanically sound. There's absolutely not one leak on it. Everything works. Top speed on this machine is 3 miles an hour. The undercarriage on this machine is 100%. We just threw the undercarriage away, but I mean the rubber tracks. We get a really good deal on these tracks, and we get a really good deal on ground engaging too. So we get tracks and ground engaging stuff really cheap. So we went ahead and just put a new set on. The set that was on it wasn't bad, but for little or no cost, we kind of put a better undercarriage on it. The final drives have plenty of power. They'll counter rotate with no problem. The hydraulics are strong. There's no cracks or welds anywhere in this work equipment here. All of these pins and bushings are relatively tight. There's no deflection or any kind of problem in that turntable area. These teeth here, like I say, we get a real good deal on the ground engaging stuff, so we put brand new teeth on it. This bucket is a 24-inch bucket, but it's got a 25-inch bite. The height of this bucket is 21 inches. The depth of this bucket is 24 inches deep. I'd rate that at about a fifth of a yard capacity. The maximum digging depth for this machine is 9 feet. The maximum reach at ground level from the tracks is 15 feet. The breakout force on this machine is 6,000 pounds. The maximum lifting capacity is 4,500 pounds. As far as this track here, this track is 11.5 inches wide, and you got 6 foot of track on the ground, which will yield about a 4 PSI rating. As far as this little strike-off blade here goes, this strike-off blade is 12 inches high, and again, it's 5 foot 1 inch deep. The drawbar pull on this machine is pretty impressive. The drawbar pull is basically defined as the amount of weight that a machine can push or pull in addition to its own. So, which in this case for this machine, it's 7,000 pounds. So this machine will push 7,000 pounds of material with that blade. I can't think of anything else. Pro, can you think of anything else?
I believe you got it covered. Does this have an outlet in it?
It does not have it.
It does not, that's correct. Yeah.
And the reason you could put one, it's easily done. I mean, you can get them from AutoZone for like 10 bucks, but they don't put it in the cab because, I guess because they're afraid that...
Weather, we gotta get weathered, right?
Yeah, show the lights. So there's nothing wrong with this machine that... I cannot think of anything wrong with it. Can you, Pro?
Needs an owner.
Needs an owner, besides being an orphan. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run it in the next clip.